Hi, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your June 6, 2024 new moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. It gets this channel seen by the YouTube algorithm, which gets it seen by more people. So, thank you so very much. And just to let you know, the cards will tell you what you need to know, not what you want to know. So, let's begin. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, angels, and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels, and spirit guides. Fantastic. Okay. So we are crowned here. Oh, by the sun. Oh my gosh, Scorpio. This is fantastic. The sun is the happiest card in the whole entire deck. Happiness, prosperity, success, bounty, abundance. Like, you got it going on, and that is amazing. This new moon is in Gemini. All right. And so it's setting our intentions from this new moon to the new moon, not in 15 days, but in 6 months. In 6 months, the last full moon of December, right? Pretty sure. If there's not two, it will be on the 17th. I think it's on the 17th of December, will be the full moon in Gemini. And so here now, what we're really looking at is, how do I want to finish off 2024, which sounds insane because it feels like it just started. So with the sun coming forward, it's like happiness, success, prosperity, brilliance, radiance, moving you forward. It moves us then to the Hermit. So this is going to be a time, Scorpio, where it's going to be really important for us to take time to rejuvenate ourselves, like fill up our cup, our bucket, ourselves. Remember, there's the saying where, it you need a bucket to fill a cup. You can't just fill a cup with a cup, because then you have nothing left. This is also Virgo energy. So Virgo energy comes through very powerfully and very nicely for us during this time, a time frame of August 23rd to September 22nd. But we need time to turn inward, especially if you're an introvert. There's just going to be that time to turn inward and connect. Now, then we have the Queen of Pentacles reverse. There can be a bit of resentment of having to grow seeds and having to help people along and having to do this and having to do that. It feels like, oh my gosh, I'm always having to do everything. It's not a bad thing, Scorpio. Sometimes we feel this way. We're humans. We can have the gambit of emotions all the time. Don't berate yourself over it. You will. So don't do that. Try not to. With the Queen of Pentacles, this is Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We can be too practical. We can sit there and say it can only be done if it, if there's a suitable payoff to things, if it's worth the effort type of deal. And there are going to be some things during this time. Now, you can have somebody else telling you this, of course, but there are going to be some things that you do during this time where it might not necessarily be worth the effort. You might not think like, oh yes, this is exactly what it needs to be. So be kind to yourself and be quiet with yourself and be calm with yourself. That's going to be really important. Dressing for success is also going to be something that's very important, not breaking the bank, but looking in the mirror and being like, yeah, I feel good. I look good. I'm happy with me. That's going to be important. Setting down firm foundations. We then have the Four of Swords. We need to rest. As much as we love the go, 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 hustle nature of life, which I'm being facetious, we kind of don't, especially since we have the Hermit here. We need to rejuvenate ourselves, connect with ourselves. The Four of Swords is saying, slow down, calm down, connect with you. Slow down, calm down, and connect with you. That is going to be the most important thing. It's also saying, honor your story. Honor what you have been through. You're going to think, oh no, I should have pushed harder. It should be like this. It should be like that. Honor what you have been through and honor you. It moves us then to the King of Swords. The King of Swords is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It is fantastic for this new moon in Gemini. We're in Gemini season with the sun as well. So here during this time, it is embracing our strength. It is embracing our voice. It is knowing what we want. It is looking at the bigger picture of things and saying, this is what I'm going after. Now, we can get really caught up in the idea of it, right? And the idea of things are going to completely intrigue us. And then we can get bogged down by the practicality of it. And it's going to be a bit difficult because the King of Swords is such a dreamer energy, right? And yes, very practical too, looking at things, being very logical, being very practical about things. But the Queen of Pentacles is like, well, let me look at the prosperity. Let me look at the bounty of this. Let me see the different sides to this. So we can be caught in action because we don't know how to balance these two parts of what seems so important to us during this time. We then have the 10 of Wands. We're carrying a lot. We're carrying a lot. We have a lot of expectations. We have a lot of desires to move us forward. With the 10 of Wands, we have to say, what is it that I'm carrying? What is it that I want? What is it that I'm moving forward towards? And what is it that I'm letting go of? That is going to be a very important thing. We can also have a tendency during this time, Scorpio, to pick up the burdens of everybody else and be like, oh, well, I have to do this and I have to do that and I have to get this done and I have to get that done. It's like, why? So just be mindful about this as well with the 10 of Wands. And this is going to be a time where we're going to look at everything that we've collected. We kind of are thinking, oh, it's not perfect yet, right? The King of Swords is very much fighting against that, but the Queen of Pentacles is very much in that energy. It's not perfect yet. It's not perfect yet. And we're going to see that as we release what we're holding on to. It's like, wow, I know so much more than I thought I did. Or, oh, wow, I have so much more for this than I thought I did. And it brings us then to the King of Wands. This is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So if we have fire sign energy in our chart, if we're born on the cusp of Sagittarius, this is a little bit tricky. Our temper can be getting the best of us. We can want instant gratification of things. The wands tend to burn very hot, especially when they're reversed, right? Burn very hot, but burn out very quickly. This can be somebody who we thought was totally into us and isn't, or a situation that we thought, oh my gosh, this is spectacular, and then it winds up not being. It doesn't mean that we read the room wrong. It can be that they just came on really strong, a job, a situation, a person, and then they changed their mind because that's what they were going to do anyway. So that's just kind of like epitomizes who they are. So do be mindful about this. Be mindful about this, especially, Scorpio, if this is us, if we're getting like really passionate about certain things only to get bored with them like 5 seconds later. Just be mindful of that, because that's going to wear on us. That will take its toll. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Now, if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a rose in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced on Sunday. So good luck to everyone. And if you don't want to play the game but you want to purchase a reading, check out my website, daneharttarot.com, and you can purchase a reading there. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. This is create. This is create reverse. We are afraid to create, afraid to cultivate, afraid to move things forward the way that we want them to be. So just being aware of that is going to be really important. It's going to be important for us to take time to create, but we can find blockages around creating. It moves us then to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. This is visualization. I love visualization, and air sign energy is really good at visualization. I always think the best one at visualization is Taurus energy, but Scorpio, you are definitely a close second. And now fueled with all this air sign energy of the mind, it really, really, really helps us. So visualization, knowing, not necessarily knowing what it is that you want, but seeing the picture of what it is that you want. Now, visualization can be frustrating because we can, visualize what we want and say what we want and go after it. And then when we get it, it doesn't look like we visioned. So just do be mindful about this during this time as we embrace our visualization, as we focus on developing and connecting. What we see ourselves is doing the big things or the little things that mean so much to us. And that is going to be really important here. It's opening up our third eye. It is knowing that our third eye is opened. It is connecting with the idea, the active idea of something. And it's having that move us forward in a way that we didn't realize it could or it would. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is the sun reversed. So we have the sun in the upright position. Be mindful of too much of a good thing. That could be definitely it. It's like, yummy. I'm going to eat a big thing of ice cream, and then it becomes too much and it's too rich and it's too overwhelming. So do be mindful about that. The sun reverse is also a sense of be mindful of what you think like you don't need to pay attention to, a person, a situation, and a thing. You're going to need to pay attention to it. So just be mindful of that. We think oh, that has itself covered, and then you're going to realize, oh my gosh, no, it doesn't, and it's going to make itself known during this time. With the sun here, happiness, success, prosperity, bounty, abundance, joy. There's this real sense of a job well done. And we are absolutely embracing that, moving forward in that energy, knowing it for ourselves, claiming it for ourselves. Do not be afraid at all during this time, Scorpio, to let yourself shine. There is this sense here of like, oh, I can't act too good or talk too wise type of thing, or it's not being a know it all, but it's just saying, I let myself shine. I let myself embrace my success, my bounty, my joy, my abundance. Because with the Queen of Pentacles reverse, we are kind of telling ourselves, not yet, not yet, not until it's perfect, not until you have it all lined up. Who do you think you are? Type of thing. It's never going to be perfect. You're never going to have it perfectly lined up. And you are created from the universe with the most beautiful intention to live your life in joy and in beauty. And that's who you are. And so with the Queen of Pentacles, you nurture your seeds, you grow things forward, you embrace, cultivating you. And it's not necessarily about cultivating everybody else. We tend to get confused with that. We think, oh, if I'm doing this, then everybody has to do it. Sometimes it can just be you, Scorpio, and that's okay. With the Hermit, it's turning inward. It's saying, okay, what do I want? What do I need? Where's my quiet? Where's my time to recharge? Now, we can be absolutely truly extroverts. I say we in a other people than me kind of class, because I most definitely am not. After being out, I need to collect, and sometimes it takes a while. But with the Hermit, it's connecting. And if you get charged, by being out in a group of people and talking and this and that, and that's fantastic. But you're also going to need your quiet moments. You really are. It's going to be so important during this time, the Hermit, of looking inward. And also, when you look inward, I always think of the Georgian hermits, because I just think it's such a wild story that back in the day, in the Georgian era, people used to hire people to be hermits to live on their property, and they would live in these very austere conditions so that the people and the big houses could have their parties and have their fun and do all these lavish things, but they were having somebody look after the souls of the family, because they were living so austerely that it was pious. But it was usually artists who needed time to create, who needed time to hone their craft, who would take on this time of living like a hermit. And I see that here with, take this hermit time, take this time of quiet, and embrace creativity with yourself and for yourself and not for anybody else. Doesn't mean that we have to sell these things. It means that we're, embracing our soul. It's not the hustle culture, right? The Queen of Pentacles with prosperity and success reversed. Again, we need to make sure that we are seeing ourselves, that we are taking care of ourselves, that we are embracing, what we need in order to move forward for us. And that's going to be just really, really, really important. It seems selfish. We're going to think, oh my gosh, that's so selfish. It's not. It's just important. With the Four of Swords, honor your story, honor you, and take time to rest, take time to slow down, take time to breathe out. The Four of Swords is, it's like, even when I sleep, I'm not sleeping, right? Even when I rest, I'm not resting. And Spirit's like, why? Why are we always on? Now, we're always on probably because we sleep with our phones right next to our beds, most of us, and and all that. But the Four of Swords is like, slow it down, honor you, see you, connect with you, and open up that door. It's going to be really important. And also honor everything that you've been through, everything that has made you who you are, warts and all. It's not the perfect things that the warrior honors within themselves. It's everything. It moves us to the King of Swords. The King of Swords is a warrior. He's, the swords are the only weapon in the whole entire deck. He is the only king that holds a true weapon. You can argue about the wand, yes, but the sword, that is definitely a weapon, and pretty much nothing else. With the King of Swords, he knows about sacrifice. He knows about, diligence and practice and determination and focus and insight and not giving up even when you want to. And that's going to be very much this moon for us. It's not giving up even when you want to. It is not walking away from our dreams and ourselves. And it's also not letting ourselves become so calculating that we lose sight of the feeling of it all. We lose sight of the emotion of it, and we only think of the knowledge of it. So with the King of Swords, it's determination, it's focus, it's insight, it's cultivating, it's cutting through doubts and fears, negativities, hurts, pains, and disappointments. And it's saying, this is where I stand. This is what I want. This is who I am. And it's also embracing our own fierceness, Scorpio, without apology. It's like, this is my fierceness. This is what I want. This is how I'm moving forward. With the 10 of Wands, we carry a lot. And we've been carrying a lot that has kept us from seeing the beautiful sun that is crowning us. This is going to be a time where we release. We release, you know, all the burdens. We release all the expectations that we've put on ourselves for ourselves, that others have put on us. And we start to say, what can I build from this? How can I move me forward? What is it that I want? Where is it that I want to be? And also, what have I been carrying? And who needs to carry themselves? Like, who needs to figure certain things out? It's not running for our responsibilities, but it's just being very aware. With the King of Wands reverse, be mindful of your temper. It will be so easy for our tempers to get out of hand during this time. It just really will be. So do be mindful about that. It will also be very easy for us to be attracted to people who have a bit of a temper during this time, who have a bit of a ruthlessness to them. I don't know why that is coming through, but that most definitely is. Go to the beat of your own drum. Let yourself live out loud for you. And that is going to be super, super important. With the King of Wands reverse, also, it is not letting other people's passions and fire consume you. That's also going to be really, really, really important. It's saying, what do I want? How am I moving forward for me? Where do I need to be? Okay. So our subconscious spirit message here is blessed. You have the sun. You have the sun right here crowning this whole entire reading. Scorpio, you are most definitely blessed. And it's seeing that, it's embracing that, it's understanding that within ourselves. It is, is looking at a bigger picture than sometimes the minutia that we get stuck on. And it's saying, I am blessed. I am blessed. And even if we don't believe it right now, walking in the energy, or saying to ourselves, I am blessed, until we start to believe it, it changes the game. It moves us then to our chakra energy, which is the heart chakra, and that's forgiveness. It's one thing to forgive others, and that's good. I'll never knock it, but to forgive ourselves is also really important in our world and in our lives, because we expect so much from us. We are the main character in our story. We expect so much from us. And when things go wrong, when people hurt us, when we've lived through things, or felt like we haven't met up to societal expectations, we can be really hard on ourselves. This is a time to forgive. This is a time to release. And this is a time to see and know you. And that's going to be a really, really, really important thing here, Scorpio. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is, again, this just a sense of a fire, a temper coming forward, but also a passion coming forward that it's like it's not our own, but somebody wants it to be because we'd be good at it. Just because we'd be good at it doesn't mean that we want to do it. So just be aware of that. Our subconscious tarot message is the Nine of Pentacles reversed. The Nine of Pentacles reversed is saying, listen, we're having a hard time standing in the right here, the right now. Subconsciously, we're going to the past, we're going to the future, we're thinking about this, we're thinking about that. And Spirit is saying, stand in the right here, the right now. There's enough to do, and there's enough that needs your attention right now. And let's just do the right now, and then step forward and see what comes next, which is super hard. It sounds like that would be the easiest thing to do, the most logical thing to do. It is super hard. So be kind to yourself, Scorpio, with that. All right. All right, Scorpio. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony. Scorpio, may blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.